Bass fishing can be incredibly overwhelming at times. There's so many baits, so many techniques, so much gear, so many variables from season to weather that it can just be incredibly overwhelming. And a lot of guys, unless you're an advanced guy that can read every condition like a book, it can just seem very overwhelming to a lot of guys. And lure color is no exception to that. If you walk into any tackle store or go to any online tackle store, there's just hundreds and hundreds of different color options, little details that are different. And unless, again, you're one of those super advanced guys, you just don't even know what color to pick. And it can be incredibly difficult and stressful when deciding lure colors. But ultimately, you really should just keep it to these 3 colors. You want to keep it as simple as possible. The simpler it gets, the less you have to worry, am I using the right thing? The less you need to stress, and the more you can just focus on actually fishing. And over time, you will catch more fish, just be limiting it to these 3 colors. So again, just limiting it to these 3 colors will make things much simpler, much more efficient, and ultimately much more productive for you when you're out there fishing. So, first of all, the 3 colors. Now, what are they and when to use each? These 3 colors will apply to all your baits, whether soft plastic, hard plastic, skirted baits, whatever you're using. You can just limit them all down to these 3 color options. Now, what are they? The first one is going to be something very bright colored, like a white ideally. The next is going to be something very dark colored, like a black. And the third and last color is going to be something like a greenish color, like this worm here. Now, when to use each one. So this part is also very simple. Essentially, if you're fishing and you're trying to imitate shad as the bait, as the forage, whether you're clear water, muddy water, overcast, sunny, you're going to go with a white. Whenever you're trying to imitate shad, just go with the white. It's very natural, very realistic, and very visible in all water clarities, all conditions. If you're not trying to imitate shad, if you're trying to imitate anything else, maybe you don't have shad in your pond or lake, or you're just not trying to imitate them at that time, and you're fishing muddy water, go with a black. Black is very visible in muddy water. The dark, clear silhouette, it contrasts the muddy brown water very well, and is very visible to those fish in muddy water. But it's also very natural still because it's a dull, muted color. Pretty much everything other than shad will have a dull, muted, kind of dark color in that muddy conditions. So a black is a perfect option when you're fishing muddy water and not trying to imitate shad. Now, if you're not trying to imitate shad again, but you're in clear water this time, go with a green. In clear water, bass can get a very good look at your baits, and pretty much everything a bass eats that's not a shad will have some sort of greenish or brownish color to it, whether it's a bluegill, a baby bass, a crawfish, a frog, whatever it is, they kind of have a muted green-brown color to it. And in the clear water, no matter what bait you're throwing, a green option like this is always going to be very productive. Now, once you get really advanced and you learn exactly how to dial in exact color patterns or conditions or seasons, and you get really advanced and experienced, you can definitely branch out your color selection as well. But these 3 colors, a white, a black, and a green, will really cover probably 90% of your needs when bass fishing. That 10%, yeah, when you're advanced, you can dial in that extra 10. But make sure you're not missing the forest for the trees with color selection. That beginner to intermediate years of bass fishing, these are really the only choices you need.